Welcome to the Daily App Show iPad edition. My name is Jared, and today we're going to take a look at Awaken for the iPad. So Awaken is a beautiful and easy to use alarm clock, but it has many features, so let's check it out. From the get-go, we get our clock here. We can simply touch anywhere on the screen and zoom up and down, just drag up and down, and it adjusts the brightness value of the clock. Very cool. And of course, this clock also works if you rotate the device. Alright, so let's go in and take a look at the settings. So now under the settings here, I have my General tab, which allows me to disable auto lock. I can go into my clock and change the color of my LCD, as well as add a photo into the frame. So perhaps I would like to do that. I can tap there. My alarm, I can shuffle my music, display album art because it allows me to use the options for music. I have my snooze selection, my fade in brightness, and fade duration. I also have the ability to use a flashlight in the app as well for one giant flashlight. So let's go into the alarm and take a look. So we set up our alarms over here on the left hand side, and you can see I set a 6 a.m. wake up. I'm going to go ahead and set up another alarm. Now I am a new father, and we need to wake up and feed our child every 2 hours. And so what can I do? I can go and set alarms for each of those times. So let's set an alarm for one of them. I'm enabling an alarm. I'm going to set it to repeat. I'm going to set it to repeat every single day, so I can choose to select different days, just like in any other alarm, but there's that setting. And then of course I have my music or sound. Now this is where I can set up a custom playlist to wake up to. So I can come into my music artists, and I could scroll through my music artists and grab a music artist to play. So let's select Danu and both of his albums and then hit done. You can see I have all of that music here. I can also choose from sound that's built in the application as well. It comes with some sound that I can use. Let's make sure my volume is turned up, and I can tap on any of these and hear them. So let's go back here. Alright, so I have music chosen, I've got my volume, and then I can put label. So now let's say that we need to, it's going to be my turn to feed at 2:30 a.m. So I've set that. I've now hit save. So I now have that time that I'm going to wake up. This alarm is going to wake me up. So I can also use a sleep timer in this application to help myself fall asleep. What's really nice about this big user interface is how easy it is to set all this stuff up. I would go here and choose the music that I want to fall asleep to. So perhaps I would choose campaign, hit all songs, and hit done. I would choose my volume, my fade out volume, and my fade out brightness, because I want both of those to fade out so that they're not bright all night. I could have it shuffle music and then also display my album art. Here's the flashlight feature. I love how it starts off as a flashlight and then turns on into a full white screen. And then our settings again. So under the clock, I have no photos selected for my background photo. So I'm going to go to settings, then clock, and add photos. So settings, clock, and I have my photo frame now. So I'm going to go ahead and add a photo. It's a photo that I took yesterday. I can also have it display each photo for a minute. I can have it shuffle, and I can have it do fill screen. So let's go back to clock. Now you see this picture that I took. It is of my new son, and we were using the iPad with the Awaken app to let us see what time it was, and of course have the alarm set for feedings. So this is another really cool feature that it uses, because it does kind of take the clock away and makes it small, but it now allows you to use Awaken and the ability to be a digital photo frame at the same time. So if I had multiple photos in here, they would be looping and fading in and out. It would be very neat. I'd get to see that on display. So now I go back into settings, let's go into clock, and let's change our style and just go back to our regular blue style. So we have our clock. Let's set an alarm that's going to go off relatively quickly here so that I can demo this to you. Let's hit that time. It is Sunday right now. And let's choose some music really quickly. Oh, I was a minute late. Let's set this for 1 more minute. Hit save. So now I have my time saved. Now that clock is on, that alarm is only for this one use. So you can set alarms for one use as well. So even when you're in this view, portrait view, you can still use the same features. The slide here, everything still works and looks very similar. It's just in a different display format. So whether you're using the iPad dock that of course would dock off to the side, setting your iPad straight up and down, this app is going to look great. Or if you're using perhaps the some sort of a frame or a stand that you purchased that keeps your iPad up and down this direction, it's going to look great as well. So now you'll see that everything's gone black, and in the background everything's fading in. We have our music fading in. You can see down here that the volume is slowly fading in. So is the album art. It's slowly fading in. I can go to another track. I can just run the volume up if I wanted to. And I could double tap to snooze. And you can see now that it's snoozing and I have a countdown timer. When I'm all done, I could simply hit stop alarm and it takes me right back to the clock mode. So if you've been a user of the Awaken app for the iPhone, we have looked at this app before on the Daily App Show. It was already a great app. Now with the iPad, it is an even better application. And these features, some of these features here, you can also find on the iPhone edition. So I really recommend that you check out Awaken if you haven't already. It is a beautiful, feature-packed application to help you get your alarms under control. So take care, and we'll see you next time on the Daily App Show.